The following is an I Quit match scheduled for what?
As we prepare for this I Quit match, we've been waiting for the end of this feud, this bitter feud between El Valdivia and Just Nick. There you hear the familiar music of crowd favorite Just Nick. And joining me on commentary at this time is the Sheriff, Kiefer Bartek.
By God, I am ready to see this I Quit match. I cannot wait.
Introducing first, weighing in at 205 pounds. He can't be everywhere, but could be anywhere. This is the benchmark,
Just Nick making his way around the ring here at Houston Premier Arena. And Sheriff, this matchup was laid out by El Valdivia last time here at Texas Contender Series in the ring between the two.
Well, I think that it's time for these two to settle the score, you know what I'm saying? It's time for these two to finally go to war. Here, we will find out who they both continue to say who is Mr. Texas Contender Series tonight in an I Quit match. Again, I just cannot wait. This is going to be epic.
We will finally see.
We will find out, Trent. We are going to find out who the better man is right here tonight at the Texas Contender Series 17.
His opponent.
You hear the music of El Valdivia, the challenger, laying out this matchup to Just Nick.
And here again from Chicago, Illinois, El Valdivia. We've seen a new attitude with El recently, and this is going to be maybe the biggest matchup of his entire career here tonight at the Texas Contender 17 against Just Nick. Are we getting El out to the ring?
Hello, Nicholas. I know you're probably in the ring right now ready for this grand I Quit match that we're supposed to have. But to tell you the truth, buddy, I decided to take this little vacation to my hometown, my home state, Chi-Town, Illinois, baby. See, I thought Houston, Texas was a little too hot for me, so I decided to come to the Windy City to cool off for a bit. Now let me tell you something. See, I wanted to do this on my time, my terms, not yours, buddy. What you thought this was? So I'll tell you what, on May 11th, Super Texas Contender Series, I'll see you for the I Quit match. And we're gonna see who the real Mr. Texas Contender Series is, baby.
El Valdivia is in Chicago?
That's not right. I mean, we had this match scheduled for tonight.
He laid out the challenge to Just Nick for tonight.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on here. I mean, Nick is confused here and there, as we all are. And what is that? Is that El's music playing? I'm not even sure who's...
This unfamiliar music that we're hearing right now.
We haven't heard this here at the Texas Contender Series yet. And that is Dan the Man.
Dan the Man advertised for the show here tonight.
In his stead, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dan the Man. I'm the poison promo, first working Dan in show business. You don't know who I am now, but you're about to learn. Just Nick! Look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you, Just Nick. I can tell from this crowd that these people really like you. And I can tell from their rude expressions that they really don't care for me. Which means that I need to beat you to earn their love. And I'll do that tonight if you're man enough or Dan enough. What do you say, hero?
Dan laying down a challenge to Just Nick.
Nick was coming into this ready to face Elbow in an I Quit match, and now Dan the Man is making his Texas Contender Series debut. To see him transition from being a manager to being a professional wrestler is quite fantastic for myself, and dropping the elbow directly into Just Nick. And we are back on air here at IWTV. Dan the Man fully in control. We did start this matchup while we had some technical difficulties, but right now we have a singles match between Dan the Man and Just Nick right here at the Texas Contender Series 17.
We were expecting an I Quit match here between Just Nick and El Valdivia, but Valdivia coming on via satellite from Chicago.
It's still with the gamemanship and playing the games with Just Nick. I mean, again, El was not here tonight, I guess, and Nick stepping up to the challenge to face Dan the Man. Japanese arm drag there from Just Nick, beautifully executed.
Just Nick having Dan the Man down right now. The ring awareness of Dan, reaching for the bottom rope right there with his feet. Just Nick abiding by the referee's count there, breaking the hold.
And Dan creating some separation here between the ropes, and Nick's ready to go. I mean, again, when you mentally prepare yourself for an I Quit match and then another opponent comes out, I mean, there's got to be a lot going on in Just Nick's head right now.
You've got to believe that he's got to be frustrated that he's not going to be able to get his hands on El Valdivia. But there it is, big side splash right there.
Fly headbutt, another flying headbutt there from Just Nick. I mean, the man's head is made of titanium or something.
Nick using his head frequently in his matchups.
And he just continues
once more. There's a cover by Nick.
Some beautiful offense there from
innovative offense, creative offense from Just Nick. And going retro here, raising the roof.
Raising the roof, Just Nick calling to the heavens, or maybe throwing Dan the Man to the heavens. Here we go.
Up, there's a reversal.
Drop behind there from Dan the Man, going for a backslide here. Is he going to be able to get Just Nick in the back? Oh, wait a minute, is he going to reverse? Oh, whoa, wait. Did you see that?
The referee inadvertently taking a shot from Dan, but while his back was turned, Dan was able to go reverse.
Was that
low blow.
Was that incidental contact, or did Dan the Man purposely do that? There's really no way to tell if he meant to do that to Just Nick, but if something like that happens in a match, Trent, you got to capitalize on it. And Dan the Man right now is in control with a incidental low blow there on Just Nick.
That's correct. As you see, Dan the Man with the back elbow into the corner there. Just Nick finding himself in some trouble. But we've seen Nick in trouble before, finding a way out of it.
Big Irish whip, and he climbed the ropes to deliver that knee directly to Just Nick's face.
That hard head, the Nick right there.
Oh, and dropping the boot directly into the spine of Just Nick. My goodness.
What an impactful move there by Dan the Man. And Nick in a world of hurt right now.
And Dan listen, I know Dan very well. He's enjoying this. He's hamming it up a little bit. He enjoys the attention. He enjoys riling the people up. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Just Nick on the outside, trying to regather himself. Able to bring it back into the ring before the referee reaches the 10 count. And there's a snapmare by Dan the Man. Oh, match with a big kick to that injured back.
Yeah, he has Nick grounded exactly where he wants him. I mean, earlier in this match, Nick was flying around, throwing headbutts and stomping on him, and now Nick is grounded, and he's in the middle of the ring, and he's in a lot of trouble.
Dan the Man, as you said, pretty well versed in professional wrestling, knowing past history along with you yourself.
Yep, and there's some big shots here from Nick, and look, this could be that opportunity. This could be the opening here. Big back elbow. Dan always has a plan, He is the Dan with the plan. And trust me, he is the Dan with the plan. Trent, I'm telling you right now, He's the hardest working Dan in all of show business. You know, look at him, and he's got Nick exactly where he wants him.
Has him in that Cobra clutch right there. Could be putting away Nick.
This could be it. Shades of Sergeant Slaughter. Have you noticed that Dan has been wrestling this entire time with sunglasses?
Ironically, I have, and it's quite impressive that the glasses have never come off.
Very impressive. Was that it? Nick is battling here. Rolls Dan through. Big lariato from Just Nick.
There's a back elbow by Nick off the ropes. Nick trying to build some momentum right here.
This could be the opening that Nick needs.
Has Dan reeling right now with Menem with a big knee to the face.
I think he needs to knock those sunglasses square off of Dan. I think he'd have him in an absolute world of pain.
Maybe the glasses are a source of power for Dan. We have no idea.
I have no idea.
There's a cover right there.
Wait a minute. Dan had put everything he had into that kick out. He just barely got up at 2/15, 16th there.
Just Nick trying to find a way.
This is, I think I know what Nick's going for here. He's getting the crowd involved. This could be the opening for his Lion Salt.
We've seen this big springboard moonsault off there.
Oh, he lands on his feet. Oh, wait, his leg went out.
Hurting his leg right there.
Big chop to the neck from Dan. Oh,
wow. A chokeslam backbreaker by Dan the Man into a German suplex with a bridge.
Oh, at the last second, Just Nick with the kick out. Dan thought he had him. This is the heart, the grit of Just Nick.
All that momentum, all that pain put on the back of Just Nick.
Hey, wait a minute.
Previously in the matchup, and you see Dan going for a choke right there, lifting Nick up.
He's going for the goozle. This is going to be it. If he hits it, backflips out of it. Nick, wait a minute.
Oh, wow, what a flying forearm.
Smoked him with it. Here we go. Picks him up. Drops him. Come on.
Nick trying to find a way to get some momentum.
There it
He's
is.
going for that moonsault.
Beautiful.
There it is. That lion salt right there of Just Nick. But how much did that take out of Just Nick? He's going to the outside. We've seen this before. Looking for that buckshot lariat.
And he nails
connecting.
That's got to be it.
There we go. Just Nick.
Here is your winner.
Coming away with the victory.
Just Nick.
I guess you could say, Sheriff, that Dan wasn't quite man enough here tonight against Just Nick.
And he finally was able to take the sunglasses off. I mean, he finally was able to take the sunglasses off of Dan. He beat him from pillar to post, everywhere from, wait a minute. No!
El Valdivia!
No!
Well, he said he was in Chicago.
He took a red eye back here in that amount of time.
Wish I could catch a flight like that.
He might have teleportation powers, but the fact of the matter is that El Valdivia is here, and he's putting a beat down on Nick. And
El Valdivia,
I mean, someone's got to put a stop to this.
Valdivia just pummeling Nick as he's done previously in the past.
Was this all part of his plan?
You have to wonder. It has to be, as the mind games continue. The sneak attacks throwing Nick off of his game. We were supposed to see an I Quit match here.
Yeah, and this is just unfortunate at this time.
Has him up. And a GTS, they're connecting square on the chin.
Straight from the second city itself, El Valdivia playing mind games, and you have to assume he's successful here tonight, but eventually they will have to have an I Quit match. And eventually one of these men will have to say, I quit, and we will find out who the better man is, Trent.
Well, we thought we were going to get that here tonight, but we'll have to see another time. As Valdivia with yet another sneak attack.
And he's
here.
he's back to Chicago. I mean, he's in and out. He's quick business here.
On his way out the door.
He's going to Hobby Airport. He's getting the hell out of here. And Nick was blindsided here.
Absolutely blindsided here. Didn't even see what was coming.
They give it up for Nick. Hell of a match against Dan the Man. Nobody saw it coming here with El Valdivia, you know, coming in from Chicago and taking out Nick. But again, Nick, May 11th, the Super Texas Contender Series 1. We'll find out who the better man is in an I Quit match between Just Nick and El Valdivia.
There you hear it right there from the sheriff himself.
No more games.
May 11th.
We will find out who the better man is, Just Nick or El Valdivia. No more games. I'm gonna make sure it's an ironclad contract that is signed by both gentlemen.
At the Super Texas Contender Series on May 11th.